Little update on the Dave Chappelle maniac. All right, now, was this guy in transition? Or did Dave Chappelle just make a joke that he was attacked by a trans person?
That was a joke.
I didn't see anywhere else.
I thought I saw something that this person might be in transition. Is that right or wrong?
Really? I don't know. I think he just did the joke playing off of why it was almost got canceled. Yeah.
Dave Chappelle, of course, we had this story yesterday morning. Was it yesterday morning or the day before?
It was yesterday morning.
So we opened up the show at 6 o'clock with the news that Dave Chappelle was attacked at the Hollywood Bowl. That's the amphitheater in Hollywood in L.A., and they were videotaping a Netflix comedy special called what? Netflix is a Joke, right?
Think so, yeah.
Yes, that's it.
That's the name of the festival.
During Dave Chappelle's comedy set, some maniac jumps up on the stage and rushes him and tackles him. Now, I don't understand security-wise how anyone was able to get up on the stage and not stopped before tackling Dave Chappelle.
Are you kidding? You're 8 feet, 10 feet away from the performer. You run up on stage and
you usually have people up front. You're supposed to have security people up front.
That's not what this is. No, that's not true.
What do you mean it's not? What do you mean it's not true? You don't have security in Hollywood?
You don't have security looking at you with their arms crossed while you're watching a comedian behind you. It's not like a barrier there. You can get to people.
Well, a lot of venues, there are barriers, and there are security people that prevent folks from rushing the stage. That's pretty common procedure.
Not at the Hollywood. It was built in 1926.
Is that a fact, or are you just making up a date?
Pretty close, I bet you.
Probably close. But listen to this. Neighbors remember the Dave Chappelle attacker, Isaiah Lee. Apparently, he would have blowout, nasty arguments with his neighbors. So this guy that had now we know it was a fake gun, but there was a real knife coming out of the fake gun.
Yeah.
It's a homemade.
I don't know what this deal was.
Okay, I have a little bit of insight about this person.
Okay,
his brother talked about him. His brother's name is Aaron Lee, and he says, I don't have anything negative to say about Isaiah. He's a performing artist. He tries to stay positive. He does have a history of mental health, and he does take medicine. Maybe he missed out on taking his prescription. Oh,
so he's off his meds.
That's what his brother says.
So I'm off my meds. I'm going to attack Dave Chappelle.
Well, why not?
Yeah. So Isaiah, they also say that he is a wannabe rapper.
Yes, that is correct.
Now, I saw some story that he even has a rap song that includes Dave Chappelle in the rap song.
Whoa,
yes, it sounds
that's
a little premeditated.
Boop, can you see if it's available? I didn't get a chance to look for it last night, but the Chappelle attacker, Isaiah Lee, and he has rap songs out there, and one song actually mentions Dave Chappelle, and I don't know if it's clean or dirty or if you can even find the thing. But, of course, this 23-year-old was arrested after he bum-rushed Chappelle and carried this contraption on stage, which was like a fake gun with a knife. I mean, this could have been a lot worse. Dave Chappelle could have had a punctured
lung,
pancreas or something.
So, MJ, we talked yesterday
spleen
about this guy going into the ambulance with a janky-looking arm.
Oh, yeah, they ripped his arm nearly off. And did you see who came to the defense? Do you see who, on top of the security people, did you see who pounced on this guy?
Wasn't it Jamie Foxx?
And Busta Rhymes.
Oh, I didn't see him.
Oh, Busta's going to jump in on that.
Busta going to bust you up.
He's a big guy, isn't he? Isn't Busta Rhymes
Yeah, he's like jacked.
He's like a really big, muscular guy.
Busta Rhymes and Jamie Foxx were among the crew that roughed the guy up and sent him to the hospital with a mangled arm.
So that was not the crew to mess with that night.
No.
There's no evidence.
Can you imagine if Suge Knight was there?
Oh, my God.
Is Suge Knight in jail?
I think he's sick.
Is he in prison?
I think so.
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
There's that this guy who attacked Chappelle is in transition or identifying as something different than what he is.
I must have just heard Chappelle made a joke.
That was his first joke. So now there's a large backlash. Everybody's glad he's okay. Nobody wishes him harm. But the first thing he does is blame the trans community for an attack, without having any. That's his first quippy joke that he makes.
They tried to cancel Chappelle, but Chappelle is one of the guys that just seems to be unable. Howard Stern, the same thing. Do you know how many things that Howard Stern has said over the years that were totally, completely cancelable?
Oh, and the amount of times he's been in blackface. Have you seen it?
It's
just insane.
All kinds of stuff.
He's a shock jock.
Or, trying to, do dialect, which, can be offensive sounding. But still.
These days, not anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So Dave Chappelle was obviously not helped out by Hollywood Bowl security, where they did have metal detectors. Remember on yesterday's show, I said, don't they have metal detectors? Yeah, good job on the metal detectors. You know what that shows you? It shows you that those security folks at venues, they don't do squat. I went through the metal detector at Bon Jovi. I'm buzzing like I'm lighting up like a Christmas tree because I had my car keys in my and they just come on through. It's like
So, exactly.
I think the security at these concerts and venues just it sucks.
What are you going to have TSA outside of the Hollywood Bowl? I mean, no.
It's probably what you need, but it's kind of a false sense of security if you think remotely for a second that those security checkpoints when you go into a stadium, an arena, if you think that they're really finding weapons, I mean, clearly they're not.
Yeah. On the worst weapon hider in the world, they're finding weapons. We had to go through a metal detector, go to Monster Jam.
Monster Jam.
Beep, beep,
beep. Raymond James Stadium.
That sounds devilish.
Monster Jam.
You're going to kill your throat, Dave.
I know. I better stop.
You do a lot of talking. You may want to watch that.
The MJ Morning Show.